in that time, a bingy keep out here, and when brethren leave from the bingy, going back to them home, when them reach out at Denham town, the police take off some brethren off of the transport and trim them. Yeah, my parents, them knowing that leaving Waterhouse come here and not leave from a political violence place, said we never decide to go back that side.
Right.
So automatically we end up here. Because what happened, you find say the bingy, I as Naya Bingy, we used to have a place in Waterhouse where Welcome Avenue where we used to gather.
Right.
Before Welcome Avenue, we used to gather at Davis Lane, Trenchtown. Well, through development and them a buck down the place, I know Rasta have to move up.
Yes, I.
So they moved from Trenchtown to Waterhouse. We never have a stable place at Waterhouse. Here was the other place where when we leave Waterhouse, Bull Bay was
the spot, yeah.
See?
Greetings, wonderful world and beautiful people. I am Peter Harvey. You and my family and friends call me Breadlockx, the article Dreadlocks. You are listening to I-Yaadlive, the Bob Marley Beach Experience, part of the Voice of Jamaica podcast series made possible by the Alpha School of Music with support from the Public Affairs Office from the U.S. Embassy, Kingston. Today, we feature the famous Bob Marley Beach community. We're here with Vince Thomas, Macka, the ancient, the patriarch of Bob Marley Beach community. Oh, go on, ancient.
Greetings, love again, Rastafari, I live, you know?
I. Yeah, man. Today we're looking at the early development of the community, the history. Tell us a little bit about the beginnings.
Well, this place, this space where I is right now, the Bob Marley Beach. How it become the Bob Marley Beach from in the early 60s, in the late 60s coming on to the early 70s, Rastafari occupied this space. Seeing Bob, Peter, and Bunny Whalers, the great Bunny, Honorable Bunny, used to live on this beach. Yeah.
True. But before that, who were the earliest settlers? Because history speaks of the ones them in terms of the Pocomania revivalist ones.
Yes, this was the original, like a district, Bull Bay. Here was where the early settlers used to live on this beach. And this was the community first, before the 1951 storm.
You're right.
Hurricane Charlie caused a terrible disaster. So the original people who used to reside around here, they'd have to leave through flooding and things.
True.
Through the sea.
Yeah, so original the space is the Bull Bay where you have the fishing village. And these individuals were of African origin in terms of them philosophy, in terms of them lifestyle, them culture. But again, the 51 storm come through and persons know of this storm. And it changed the environment drastically where, the land and people had to now move more into the hills.
Inland.
Inland. So we speak and mention places like Baito and thing.
The original people is from Baito. And Portland, St. Andrew, more so in St. Andrew Mountain.
Right.
Portland, St. Thomas.
Right.
Is a combination of those people build up the Bull Bay community. In those early days.
True.
Yeah. So you find most of those people was from like Portland, St. Thomas, St. Andrew, in the higher hills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting because again, with individuals seeking some kind of economic strength, them try to find a space now where that is possible using the indigenous things around them in terms of flora, fauna, that sort of stuff, yeah?
Yes. This beach particular was like a industry because there was a fish. There is a fishing village, you know. So you find here is what support the most thing you find with Bull Bay now within them time. The people them about where them used to mine the grit.
Yes.
In the early days, we come up with the sea carrot.
Yes.
And otherwise fishing was the main source, like at the bread basket for Bull Bay, for this area.
You grew up in this era. What was early life like for you as a youth coming forward? Yes, a fishing village, but we find say you as the patriarch really moved towards farming, you know?
Yeah, well, what I come say as I start get I have children very early, and I take responsibility early. Well, when I come, I as a fishing village, I wasn't a fisherman because really I didn't take onto the sea. I love to try a line against the surf.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but generally going out there for fish wasn't my hobby. Well, through responsibility, I take farming.
So although the ones who are here doing fishing, you insisted on that. Your parents and thing, you know, what was that life like, you know, living with them in this space?
I can tell you, I come here when I was 17. I used to live at Waterhouse, but through that time in the 70s, 1975, 76 coming up, 77 them time, the political violence. My parents, them as Rasta, them a trim Rasta said we come here at a bingy.
Yes, because one speak of the space being the earliest Nyabingi center on this side here. True. Where it is even mentioned in movies like Legend and stuff like that. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, because you find that in that time, a bingy keep out here, and when brethren leave from the bingy, going back to them home, when them reach out at Denham town, the police take off some brethren off of the transport and trim them. Yeah, Cedric, bingy Cedric, Rasta was saying Row Fisherman Row.
Cedric Maiton. Yeah. Yes.
All them did get trimming at that time, said we, and some other agent. My parents, them knowing that leaving Waterhouse come here and like leave from a political violence place, said we never decide to go back that side.
Right.
So automatically we end up here. Because what happened, you find say the bingy, I as Naya Bingy, we used to have a place in Waterhouse where Welcome Avenue where we used to gather.
Right.
Before Welcome Avenue, we used to gather at Davis Lane, Trenchtown. Well, through development and them a buck down the place, I know Rasta had to move up.
Yes, I.
So they moved from Trenchtown to Waterhouse. We never have a stable place at Waterhouse. Here was the other place where when we leave Waterhouse, Bull Bay was
the spot, yeah.
See?
And we notice that has been a tradition for a lot of the ones them, especially Rastafari, the ones them who do reggae music and thing. What are some of the influential persons you see come through the space here at Bull Bay?
Well, first, the Asian Bongo Gabby, him the main person will come and burn stone and burn rock and make a road come around here.
Yes.
Well, otherwise, Bunny Whalers himself, because Bunny did live on the beach.
Yeah.
And now I'm have a place here.
And we speak of Bongo Gabby and Bunny Whaler because they both have a connection.
True.
Just speak, a little bit about that.
Well, Bongo Gabby, in them days, when them old Rasta man with weed, you get 18 months. So Bongo Gabby that serve a 18-month sentence.
And also
Bunny Whalers. So they meet in prison.
Wow.
So reason and through brethren, when them leave prison, so them end up living on this beach.
Yes, and we know the history of that people where Bunny Whaler even wrote songs, hits, based off that experience. So Bob Marley Beach, that has influence even there.
Of course.
Yeah, man. See?
And here now, in the 70s, Ziggy Marley, Steve, because them Rita and all of them used to live at Windsor Lodge, said place in Bull Bay, the scheme. This beach particular, Bob used to run and exercise with Alan Skillcore, you know him, Bob love ball, football, and Alan as an icon.
Yes.
So it's him and Alan, and you understand, where them run and exercise on the beach.
Yes, You speak of the surrounding communities and places like Windsor Heights and thing, and the youths and how they have developed, and even the support for the school, which is Bull Bay All Age, that we know Bob Marley youths went to also and thing. But Bob Marley Beach, that space has been so significant in people's health, in terms of physical and mentally, and you're saying these are the individuals who come across and full joy, the vibe.
Yeah, Freddie McGregor, the legend. We have culture. All of those artists pass through, Walla, a good meditation.
With the idea.
Rastafari.
Yes, I.
All those brethren.
Hey,
yeah.
A little while ago, we're reasoning, people, it's a beautiful day today. I'm here from early and watch the sunset and thing. We're there with him son Wiles too, and Wiles, I give you all the experience where Peter Tosh came by and give him all the shoes and everything there, you know. It was always that vibration of love and unity at Bob Marley Beach here.
Sure.
Yes, I. No, it's very important that we look at the future, seeing you as the patriarch, the elder, the ancient, as the Rastafari community refers to. What are our future plans? Where you see the direction where the community must move now?
Well, as a one, we're inspired by the Most High.
Aye.
Because I am here, as I'm telling you, I'm not a fisherman. And over 40 years, I seated on this scenery, on this space. Well, as according to how I see it, and His Majesty inspired I and I to set up it's a tabernacle, because here so is an era where we always have chanting, a lot of ISIS go up.
So it's very important to rise the Rastafari tabernacle.
The future where I and I see right now is the tabernacle and a school where we can teach, show one farming said where, and even fishing and a thing towards how to survive. Yeah, so that is my main object. Yeah, my main thing right now. Yeah, objective is to do that work. Is to manifest that vision. Because it's a vision, you know.
Yes,
it come to reality. Yeah. See? So I and I occupy the space and controlling up the space that we can have the space on a natural eye, keep it on a natural, as ones can come from anywhere, any part of the world, and you will have a good meditation and a good vibration.
Yes, sir. And I reason up many times about these things, you know. We're creating environmental friendly spaces, you know what I mean, using the natural resources in a sustainable way.
True.
Moving forward. And we're talking about the tabernacle. True. We're talking about even some huts or individuals who visit can get for rest up and, you know what I mean, some A, B, and B kind of vibe, but on a real higher vibration. Seeing? It is such a pleasure reasoning with the Macka, seeing? And we'll continue this discussion because you don't know, it's I-Yaadlive, the musical culture of the Caribbean diaspora. Is there anything that I would like to say in closing?
Well, what I would love to establish right now as a future, here is a future, within our environment and our community, we find a lot of violence within the community. So I meditation is the tabernacle, hold some good prayer and chanting.
Yes.
See if we can get a peace in the community and liquidate all the evil forces that going around and causing death and destruction. See it. I drew today to try to make a peace.
Yes, I.
Seeing?
Again, carrying on the work of Rastafari. Seeing? And we're talking about chanting for equal rights and justice for all. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we give thanks to the vibration. Thank you for hosting us, having here, this evening, Irie Vibration. Seeing? Big up, of course, a queen, also a empress that is here with the eye, holding that vibration. This is your article, Breadlockx, and you have been listening to I-Yaadlive, the Bob Marley Beach Experience, part of the Voice of Jamaica podcast series, made possible by Alpha School of Music, with support from the Public Affairs Office at the US Embassy, Kingston. We encourage you to follow I-Yaadlive on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Stay safe, and as always, keep it real and clean, and let your works be seen. Give thanks.
For more information about the Voices of Jamaica and the stories they tell, please visit the Alpha School of Music website, alphamusicja.com, and click on the Voices of Jamaica link.